the trailer, like this, like the game alpha gameplay video that came out, right?
Yeah.
Um, like like I see like a lot of criticism about how it's just a movie and we need real footage, and it's like what people don't realize is that they were watching live action gameplay, and it's just that it's so real that that the fourth wall was never broken for them, right? They
Right.
were never able to make the connection between what they were seeing as being gameplay and and not think that it was like some kind of pre-rendered movie thing, right? So um, that that is exciting as well, because as soon as those people realize that what they saw was gameplay footage, and as soon as we break that fourth wall for people, it's going to be like it's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
It's going to be really good.
you talked about that in Twitter Spaces, and it's it's really hard to think that that's what's coming. That is our gameplay right there. You're seeing it. That isn't a cinematic trailer. That's not show. That's gameplay. You were
Yep.
saying how it's not the grass moving. It's actually the engines pushing out that air or whatever it's that pressure, and that's what's moving the grass. It's actually
Yep.
interacting with its environment. And if you were to go and look at, there's videos of this. If you go on YouTube, type in UE5 experience,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see like it's crazy, like the smoke and the water and liquid and slime. It all like it has actual what do you want to call it?
Yeah. Yeah. There's two key technologies at play there. There's one called nanite, which
Yep.
is the ability for
The physics of this world actually are implemented into the UE5 experience. That's what I was trying to say. Yes.
okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so nanite makes up the nanite is what allows these regular like PlayStation 5s to render such great detail.
Right.
Uh, and then they have I believe it's called lumens, I think is the lighting technology. And so if you Google some of these demos that you're mentioning, you can see like lumens and nanite interacting together. You can see like bugs reacting to light in game. You can see all the bajillion triangles that make up these creatures that have their own AI that move, and your character for that matter have all kinds of detail, and um, all of those elements were present in the gameplay trailer. So it was just really I was blown away by it when I realized what I was watching.
Yeah, it's top notch
Like
for sure. It's top level.
yeah,
Let me
yeah,
ask you this about UE5. So obviously,
sure.
I think it's every couple of years a new engine comes out, right? Or what's usually the time frame for new engines?
You know what? I'm not a UE5
Mm-hmm.
expert by any means.
Okay.
It's actually
Okay.
not an engine that I've followed in my career.
Uh,
I've always been working with
it'll be around here for some time though, right? It's not there's not a new UE6 isn't coming next year, right? Like
no,
it'll be
no,
here
no,
for
not
a
at all.
while. Okay.
The question is UE5 coming next year, like
Okay,
2022?
so it's not even
Like
really out yet. Okay.
no,
Okay.
no, no. As far as I know, it's like alpha or beta software as well,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
um, more and more people are using it. Like we saw that Matrix demo
Yeah.
come out
Yep.
in it,
Yep.
and so that will help. That will actually be the more studios and game studios that adopt it and put it in, the better. Like it'll help the technology,
Yeah, more money will come
right?
into it, and people will start using it, and it just gets
Yeah,
more notoriety, and it just yeah it moves the process along a little bit quicker. So yeah, to answer
yeah.
my question, I guess yeah, UE5 is here to stay at least for the next 5 to 7, maybe 10 years. It's going to be around for a little bit of time. Um, so what happens maybe in the future? Maybe this is silly to ask, but what happens in 20 years when that UE6 has come along? Just somebody like Star Atlas and the team, and do you guys have to rebuild everything? Or, I mean, UE5 is pretty damn good. It'll probably just run on UE5 for forever, or does there come a engine change later on in the future to grow with the
Um,
times, or how does that work?
yeah. So this is pure speculation, but
Yeah.
just like other games have grown with the times in major version releases or whatever,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure that as new technology comes out, we would adopt it. Um, but like that's such a long time horizon.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and the metaverse, as I understand what we're building, and as I understand how other people are building, will not just be made up of um, Star Atlas, the UE5 3D space game, but if you think about it, like
I'm sure engine swapping will become a technology that gets a lot easier too, as well in the future. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um,
yeah, but
yeah,
even like what am I trying to say here? Like the Final Frontier is part of Star Atlas
right.
proper. Like maybe the two things don't completely, they're not compatible with each other completely yet, but your guild is part of the metaverse. And just like Fleet Pass is part of the metaverse because we're using the same blockchain technology, right? We're connecting the same wallets. You're selling merchandise for your guild, which is part of the Star Atlas metaverse. And so, just like as new engines come out, new games will be the game will be upgraded to use that technology.
Hmm.
Other people outside of Star Atlas proper will build technology, I believe, build apps for your spaceships to fly in, right? Like we were joking around over the holidays. Wouldn't it be cool if we, if we could fly our spaceship into the office meetings and be like our ship, be our avatar kind of thing? And it's like,
Yeah.
well, why couldn't it be? Like, why don't we just go find an open source game, you know, and on our own time, rebuild it to interact with Web3 and Solana, and then
Yeah.
interact with each other over that, right? Like
Yeah.
like
That's
you
sick.
start going down these rabbit holes, and it's like anybody can attach any technology they want to, and if it's compatible, people can bring their Star Atlas assets there and do stuff with them. Totally fine, right? Now the core team, we're choosing UE5, and they've laid out very clear roadmap as to what they're going to deliver and how that's going to look,
Hmm.
but it doesn't stop other people from building their own tools or toys or mini games or instructional videos or storefronts that are compatible with their Star Atlas NFTs, right? So yeah, I just think like it's hard to imagine, but in 5 years or even 10 years, like there's going to be a lot to this metaverse, and
Yeah.
the piece we're building here is going to be a staple of that. But it won't be the whole picture. There'll be other ways for you to interact with the Star Atlas metaverse. I don't know. Maybe it'll all just be called the metaverse, and Star Atlas will be one component of it, or maybe
Right.
there'll be bridges between the two. Like there's bridges between different cryptos. I don't really know.
Yeah. It's all a toss up. It's all a mystery right now. But I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out.